Why would a narcissist, someone who's so clearly against God, be drawn to going to churches or be drawn to going to other places where people are seeking truth or seeking some kind of spiritual awakening or just seeking to improve themselves somehow? Well, firstly, the narcissist needs image control. Everything is about the false facade that they are putting up. It doesn't matter which of these groups they go to, as long as in their mind's eye, they are putting across the right, literally, image of themselves. It gives them credibility, especially if they can elevate themselves to a position of actually having some kind of functional, responsible role there. Maybe they can preach. Maybe they look like a prayer warrior and they pray seemingly eloquently and so well, although God did tell us to keep our prayers for our secret place, and not just to go, blazing on street corners in prayer everywhere. Also, what's interesting is narcissists can also use that guise of concern to turn your pain into a so-called prayer point where they're really just kind of getting you to wallow in your shame more, or they can use that prayer in a way to pull you down energetically. The Bible also does warn us, be careful who you allow to lay hands on you. And from personal experience, I've noticed when I've also held hands with the wrong person in prayer, wrong people in the wrong group, there was a dominating, controlling witchcraft spirit in that group. I had to pray that arthritis out of my hand that came into my hand for a couple of days. I had to command it to leave. I repented of communing, in prayer with the wrong people and touching hands with them. Because we've got to be careful of that kind of stuff. Out for what feels off. Can that person share in your ups and your downs? Because they would likely be able to share with something, but not with all of it. At some point, they're going to want to bring you down, especially if you have a lot of God's joy and yearning to love deeper. Also remember that these people are predators, so they are going to go where the prey is. And what prey could be juicier than somebody who is loving, kind, open, and who possibly is naive to the pitfalls of the wolves in sheep's clothing? Jesus warned us that we would be amongst wolves in sheep's clothing. So we need to pray for discernment and wisdom.